Big move from the White House today. President Donald Trump has just signed an executive order that could completely change how Americans vote. From now on, nationwide voter ID is mandatory and mail-in voting almost gone. Supporters are calling this a huge win for election security. Critics are warning it's unconstitutional and could silence millions of voters. Let's break down exactly what's happening, why it matters, and what comes next. Section 1. The Executive Order. Here's what Trump's order says. Every single voter in the US must show a government-issued ID to cast a ballot. No exceptions, no state flexibility. On top of that, mail-in voting is now restricted to only two groups: military service members and citizens with severe medical conditions. For everyone else, no more mailing your ballot. You'll have to show up in person. Section 2. Why this is explosive. On paper, voter ID sounds simple, but critics say this could disenfranchise millions of Americans. Here's why. Some states issue voter IDs for free, others don't, so cost could be a barrier. Minority communities, students, and the elderly are less likely to have current government IDs. Rural Americans who live far from ID offices may find it harder to vote. Legal scholars also say Trump may be overstepping his authority. The US Constitution gives states power to run elections, not the president. That means this order will almost certainly face lawsuits in federal court. Some experts predict it could end up in the Supreme Court. Section 3. The political stakes. This fight isn't just about election rules, it's about power. Trump and his allies argue this will restore trust in US elections after years of controversy. But Democrats and civil rights groups see it as a targeted move to reduce turnout among voters who don't lean Republican. And remember, the 2026 midterms are just around the corner. Control of Congress will depend heavily on voter turnout. So if this executive order actually goes into effect, it could reshape the political battlefield. Imagine millions of mail-in ballots gone. That changes campaigns, strategies, and possibly outcomes. Section 4. Reactions and fallout. Reactions are already flooding in. Civil rights organizations are preparing lawsuits. Governors in blue states are openly rejecting the order, saying they'll refuse to enforce it. Meanwhile, Trump supporters are celebrating, calling it the strongest move yet to secure elections. The Department of Justice may also step in, since election law sits at the core of American democracy. If courts strike this order down, it could be one of the biggest constitutional showdowns of Trump's presidency. So here's the big question. Is Trump protecting democracy or undermining it? Could this executive order survive in court, or is it destined to be overturned? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about it. And if you want daily breakdowns of the biggest political stories, make sure to hit subscribe.